Now, if we're gonna talk three in a row, we need to first discuss this picture posted on Twitter by FIDE Chess today. It's an absolute teaser. I mean, I'm definitely not taking the seat between Kasparov and Kramnik. Love Kasparov, but I'm pretty sure Kramnik's going to be reporting me for cheating if I ordered a couple beers at a time. Should I take the seat between Magnus and Hans? Well, I think it's better left alone, right? Let that one brew. We'll leave that one empty. Maybe I'd take the one next to Vichy just to see if he actually orders the mushrooms for his main. But let me know your thoughts down below. We're diving into some chess now. It's titled Tuesday, 22nd of April, the late tournament. Now, it's an online chess event, and of course, Magnus Spank Everyone in Sightson has just come off the back of a 9 out of 9 performance at the Grenka Freestyle. His tail's up. He's playing against Alexander Bortnyk here, rated over 3,000. Immense blitz player, but this game is just out of this world good. We're going to jump in and also then look at the tournament standings at the end because those are impressive. So Magnus opens up here with the King Prawn, and look at this, don't see it every day. The Alekhine's defense, or maybe Aliekin you should say, but I've always butchered the pronunciation. It's a bit of a come at me bro opening. Magnus says YOLO as he pushes on with the pawn. The knight centralizes. Yes, you can chase it around, but Magnus goes for something more measured. The center is now attacked, defended by the knight here. We get takes, and you could take with the pawn, but Magnus takes like this. He wants to maintain that ladyfinger, play with this structure. Pawn to c6 is played, the bishop develops, the knight develops, and what to do? To capture or not to capture? This is the positional question. Well, Magnus drops back. Why? Well, he's keeping pieces on the board as the stronger player here, keeps tension, complications, and if you're the side with the space, look at the advanced pawn here, then you're often advised not to initiate exchanges. Your opponent's got less space to maneuver. That's the thinking. So the knight spins around here. Magnus now keeps an eye on that bishop pin. Now we get the knight chasing this bishop, and going to c4 is best. Magnus drops back. What an absolute wuss. And the problem is that after bishop f5, piling on the pressure on the c pawn, you now have to play the very stinky knight to a3. What an absolute wiener. I mean, is it even a knight anymore? More of a donkey, possibly even a wild ass. You're forced to defend the pawn like that, but with the bishop on c4, you could have gone bishop b3. We now see the pawn push. Yes, you chase away the knight. It drops back. Incredible insight you get on this channel as always, and you can make your way towards the center, but it isn't the absolute best of variations. However, Magnus still a bit ahead. He does have the space. The bishop develops. Both players now castle, and we get a quick king safety, high five, tickled out, something a bit different today. Now the knight hits c5, staying alive. Magnus boogieing away like Jan Nepomniachtchi, and after this pawn advances to undermine the center, we get pawn a3. Idea being, control this square, so that if takes, well, now you could take and you control b4, or even, this is a cool move, slide on by, then capture with the queen, and this guy still covers the pawn from this guy's attack. Here's a sample line. We come back, not played, no captures, was a good move. Instead, Bortnyk plays h6 to give the bishop a bit of wiggle room. Now we get the explosive c4. The knight is discombobulated, and Magnus decides to take that pawn. You could exchange the queens, will probably help black, as we discussed. Black's got less space, but instead Bortnyk takes this pawn here before the bishop can get too comfortable. Magnus pushes that juicer, bishop dropping back, and now queen b3 is best. Magnus starts with this one, and it allows that queen exchange, but again Bortnyk doesn't play it. It's the best move, or is it? I mean, okay, the computer says so, but you're playing Magnus Carlsen here. The guy loves an endgame. I mean, this is actual footage of him when he enters that queenless endgame. He goes through this transformation into endgame go. Incredible to witness. Now he goes queen b3. The pawn pushes over here. We get rook ad1. You definitely could have gone with this one, but Magnus wants to put it here. Now we get takes, pawn recaptures, rook fd8, challenging the most important file is best, but instead it slides over to the c file. You could now push c5, but Magnus centralizes the bishop, and we see the pony maneuvering, dropping back. Has Bortnyk forgotten which way his pieces are supposed to move? Well, no, he's challenging this monster here. Magnus pushes forward with that juicy pawn, and you should play b6 immediately to undermine, apparently according to the metal monster, but instead Bortnyk plays knight d5, most natural move in the world, but it does allow Magnus to now bring all the pieces to the attack without any problems here just yet. Look at those laser beam snipers hitting the king. This knight rotates around. The final piece joins the party. Now we get this undermining move of b6, but at this point there's so much firepower against the black king. You can already unleash the whirlwind here. Now Magnus doesn't do it immediately. He could have done, but I won't show the variation. Don't want to give away the game. Instead we'll follow what happened, which is takes. Now takes back, bishop takes, queen takes, and this is the moment that Magnus decides to unleash hellfire on the board here. I mean, how to describe the move that's about to be played? Grandmaster Christian Kurilla really said it best.
And trust me, it's an absolute banger. It's a game changer.
Magnus Carlsen in this position crashes through with this alien gambit style sacrifice, and it's the first of 3 brilliancies in a row. Now what should black do? Take this bishop. It's such a monster on the diagonal that you should actually eliminate it, then capture the knight. Game goes on, white's a bit better, up an exchange, but black's got a bishop pair and definite compensation. Knight's coming to d5, of course. So that was the way to go, but not played. King takes was played, and look at the rise of the bar here. Not impressed, because now you can carry on this flurry of attacking moves with bishop takes on e6. Magnus the big bad wolf just blowing down Bortnyk's house. That little piggy should have built it of something stronger. Bishop takes back. You guessed it, maybe, maybe not, but if you did, well done. The final icing on the cake, the third brilliancy, is this absolute rook Mario smash on e6 here, and this is the point. If queen recaptures, which wasn't played, we've gone to the back cave, then this is the shocking tactic. Not knight g5, which you'd love to play, of course, because pawn captures. No, instead here, same idea, but knight e5 check. I mean, how beautiful is that move? The king's hit, and of course it can't come to g6, but even if it could, that doesn't help, because you have to stay with the defense of the queen. And you can't come to e7, which would save the day, because the bishop sits there. And guess what? You can't capture it with the queen, because the queen's in a pin. So then you have to give ground, somewhere. This is the best move. Check. The bishop even drops off the board. Brutal, brutal. What a move, this one, with this follow-up idea in mind. So we see instead rook c3 played. Really nice idea to try and turn the tables, saying you take my queen, I take your queen, even though it'd be a discovered check. But Magnus finds the best response here. Well done if you can also see it. It's this move of rook takes on f6, double check. And because the king's in double check, you can't capture the queen, you can't capture this rook like that or anything like that. The only way to deal with it sensibly is move the king out of the queen check and also take the rook at the same time to deal with that check. But now guess what? Magnus has got it figured. He takes this rook with check. Now the king has to give ground, and this knight once again comes galloping in with this one here. Where to go? We do see the king stepping back. Best move, but there's no rest for the wicked here. Check is played. If you come here, you get mated. If you come here, you get queen e4 check, which not only does that, but picks up a loose rook. Unbelievable. So the king steps here. Now we get the same move by Magnus. The rook saves itself and covers the bishop, but check once more. If you step up here, well, we take and you're in a discovered check. So this one was played. Now still takes with check. King goes, rook covers that piece. It's attacked one more time, but now we see resigns because it's mate in 4. Here's a nice way to do it. Check, and you can't run back like you'd love to do. So the queen's got to block, but then you don't exchange. You slide over with another check. The king's only got one square. You know, if you block with the queen, you soon get mated like this using the knight. Rook covers the knight. So instead, running back here, you don't block with the queen, you step back, and same theme, motif, you checkmate like this. What an awesome game. And Magnus Carlsen went on to win the entire late event, 10 out of 11 there, won it on tie breaks, just continuing this incredible form that he's in. Hope you enjoyed this one, and if you missed the guy who won the event in the morning, the youngster, incredible performance, have a look at the video on screen, and I hope to see you again soon. Cheers.